I can't believe you'd choose her over our friendship, Leo shouted, his voice echoing under the starlit sky. She's just an alien, Kai. Why can't you see that? Maybe because she's everything you're not, Kai shot back, fists clenched. And I won't let you ruin this for me. In the old town of Eldoria, beneath the endless expanse of twinkling stars, Leo and Kai grew up side by side, their friendship as deep as the universe they admired. Leo, with his wild curls and adventurous spirit, was the dreamer. Kai, steady and practical, was the voice of reason. Together, they explored every corner of their world, from the tallest trees to the darkest caves, always sharing their hopes and dreams. As they entered their teenage years, their passion for the cosmos led them to the local space observatory, where they worked together, analyzing celestial events and discussing the possibility of life beyond Earth. They were a perfect team. Leo's creativity was balanced by Kai's analytical mind. One fateful night, while adjusting the telescope to observe a rare comet, the sky erupted in a brilliant flash of light. Both boys stood frozen, eyes wide with awe as a figure descended from the heavens. A radiant and ethereal girl emerged from the luminescence, her skin shimmering like the stars. Her long flowing hair danced in the cosmic wind, and her eyes sparkled with an otherworldly allure. "Who are you?" Leo asked, mesmerized. "I am Lyra," she replied, her voice melodious and seductive. "I come from a distant star, seeking knowledge about your world." As Lyra became a regular visitor to the observatory, both boys found themselves drawn to her. They took turns showing her the wonders of Earth, hiking up mountains, swimming in rivers, and stargazing. Lyra's laughter filled the air, and her fascination with their world deepened the connection they all felt. But as weeks passed, a tension began to bubble beneath the surface. Leo's heart raced whenever Lyra smiled at him, while Kai found himself attracted by her kindness and intelligence. It was clear they were both falling for her, but neither was willing to admit it, until one evening, their feelings erupted into a fierce competition. The first crack in their friendship came during a game of truth or dare. Lyra dared Leo to confess his feelings for her. "I've never met anyone like you, Lyra," he said, his voice steady. "You light up the night like the stars." Before she could respond, Kai interrupted. "What about me, Lyra? Don't I matter? I've always been there for you." The room fell silent, the tension palpable. Lyra looked from one boy to the other, her expression confused. "You both mean a lot to me. This isn't what I wanted." But the damage was done. The friendly rivalry spiraled out of control, turning into bitter fights. Each boy tried to outdo the other, from impressing Lyra with grand gestures to taking her on elaborate adventures. As their rivalry grew rapidly, Leo and Kai found themselves in constant conflict. Their arguments grew more intense, each trying to prove he was the better choice for Lyra. "You don't even care about her," Leo yelled during one confrontation. "You're just trying to win a game." "And you think being a fool will win her over?" Kai shot back, anger igniting his words. "You don't understand what love is." Their fights often took place under the stars, a stark contrast to the bond they once shared. Lyra watched, torn between the two boys who had become her closest friends. Each argument chipped away at her heart, leaving her feeling isolated and helpless. One evening, things reached a breaking point. Leo and Kai found themselves at the observatory, where their rivalry had begun. Frustration boiled over, and fists flew. "You don't own her, Leo," Kai shouted as he shoved Leo against the telescope. "You think she'd choose a reckless dreamer like you? She deserves someone who can take her on adventures, not just sit in the dark and analyze stars," Leo retorted, shoving Kai back. Lyra stood in the doorway horrified. "Stop! This isn't what I wanted." Their fight continued, escalating into chaos as they shattered equipment and threw insults. In that moment, Lyra felt her heart break. She stepped forward, tears in her eyes. You're both my friends. I never wanted this." In the days that followed, the boys didn't speak. The observatory, once a place of shared dreams, became a battlefield of hurt feelings. Lyra, feeling the weight of their rivalry, withdrew. She spent time alone, reflecting on the bond they had shared, her heart heavy with disappointment. Leo and Kai each grappled with their emotions. The absence of their friendship left a void they couldn't fill. They missed the laughter, the shared dreams, and the comfort of knowing they were not alone. Then one evening, Lyra visited the observatory, determined to bring the boys back together. "You both need to understand that love shouldn't come between friends," she said, her voice steady. "You're tearing each other apart for someone who cares about both of you." But her words fell on deaf ears as both boys remained stubborn, unwilling to concede. Weeks passed in silence until one night, a sudden alarm blared through the observatory. A cosmic storm was approaching, threatening Lyra's home planet. Panic set in as they received a message. Her people were in danger. "Lyra!" they both called out, rushing to her side. She looked terrified, her eyes wide with fear. "I need to help them." Leo and Kai exchanged glances, a flicker of unity igniting amid the chaos. "We have to work together," Leo suggested, his voice urgent. "This is bigger than our fight." Kai nodded, and together they devised a plan to send a message to Lyra's planet, using the observatory's equipment to create a beacon that could guide her people to safety. As they worked side by side, the tension began to dissipate. They focused on the task at hand, and their mutual goal was to foster a sense of camaraderie. Lyra watched, her heart swelling with hope as she saw the boys rediscover the bond they had almost lost. "Together we can save them," she said, her voice filled with gratitude. With their combined knowledge, they successfully sent the message. Lyra's face lit up with relief. "You both have saved my people," she whispered, tears of gratitude streaming down her cheeks. After the storm passed, Lyra returned to Earth with gifts and stories from her home planet. The boys were eager to hear about her adventures and the impact of their efforts. As they sat under the stars, sharing their experiences, they felt the weight of their previous rivalry lift. Lyra turned to them, her eyes sparkling. "You both have shown me the true meaning of friendship. I wish to keep you both in my life." In that moment, Leo and Kai exchanged knowing glances. They realized that love is not a competition. It is a bond built on mutual respect and understanding. The rivalry had tested their friendship, but it also strengthened their connection to Lyra. From that day forward, Leo and Kai embraced their friendship with Lyra, embarking on adventures as a trio. They explored distant worlds and forged new memories together, each adventure reminding them of the importance of their bond. As they lay beneath the stars, Leo turned to Kai, a smile on his face. "You know, I'm glad we didn't let our fight tear us apart." Kai nodded, a sense of peace settling over him. "Me too. We're better together." And as Lyra joined them, laughter ringing through the night, they knew their friendship would endure, shining as brightly as the stars above,